Hey there guys, welcome back, Hemomaniac here, and I wanted to make this video for the devs. This is just ideas that maybe might help the game or might help them decide on the technical mechanics of different zombies. They released this photo quite a while ago on some concept ideas. And by looking at these zombies, I really have a lot of great ideas. Let's just go from the top left down to the bottom right. First of all, this big hulking stone guy, it could be pus-filled bubbles, or it could be, if you look farther down, it looks more like a hard substance rather than blisters. So what I'm thinking with this particular zombie is he could be a boss that has armor, that you can strike him or shoot him, but some of the bullets and the swings with your melees will be ineffective because the armor is taking the blows instead. So like a percentage of the hits will hit him and a percentage won't. Or you can make it so that there's a like an open spot on his right side, which, as you can see on the right side, there is no protection. It's all on his left side. Our left side, he's armored, but his left side is empty. There's nothing protecting him. So maybe you can make him kind of slower a little bit, making him turn around. And the trick of it is you could possibly, move around him to that side to try to damage him 100% of the time. And if he, if he turns around in time and you're not on that side, he will start, absorbing that damage by his armor. And he can also swing this tail-like, whatever this tail-like thing is. Maybe it's his right arm. He could just swing that and do massive damage. But not only will he do massive damage, he will also do limited damage, as in one swing every 5 seconds maybe. He might do 100 damage or 102 damage, so that if you do have the skill that gives you extra health, so let's say you have 108 or 110 health, you can make him do 100 damage swings, so that only people with, but if, let's say you have a SWAT armor on, you will only take, 70 damage or something, you know what I mean? So you can make them do extremely high damage, but at a slow rate. Next, you have 4 zombies. They're all the same, but I think what zombie is depicted here in this second photo is actually this one. This guy looks kind of big, and what I was thinking is these creatures can kind of be sort of like how the spitters and the bloaters have the red areas. When the bloaters slam on the ground, it shows that red circle, and when the spitters, it shows the the fan of red area that you have to avoid. These ones basically either, like the exploders in the bunker, they could either die and explode, and before they explode, he'll do a pulsate. He'll pulsate 3 times, and then a bunch of slugs or bugs, some type of insect, spits out of each one of those holes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it seems. I don't know if you can see, but there's one on the right side of his body there. you can have 8. Oh, maybe there's 9 here. There's another one, like, kind of right there. But you can have, instead of one big one, like how the bloaters have, you can have 8 small little red circles in a big wide radius. And basically, whenever you see those those tiny red circles, you want to avoid all those circles when the insects or whatever comes out of those holes doesn't hit you. Now, you can have those bugs, since there's a lot of them, and parasites, there's only 3, but they do insane damage. It's ridiculous. I think you guys should actually change that, in my opinion. But these ones, you can actually make them do less damage, lighter damage, like maybe 20. So if you have 8 of them and they do 20 damage each, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you within like 2 seconds if you're not healing, pretty heavily. Or you can make them do 10 damage, so, 10 times 8, that's 80 damage. So you would have a little bit of time for the player to regenerate its health. The next zombie is this one. It's kind of like an infected zombie that is, it's like a Siamese twin type of deal. And I have an awesome idea for this. It could be just like the normal fast biter, but it'll be, you can see he has 4 legs. So just like dogs or any other 4-legged animals, they're a little bit faster. So they can't be any faster than fast biters. So I would think all those legs, he'll kind of be tripped up a little bit. So I think what we could do with this one is make it just a little bit slower than the fast biter, or the same speed as a fast biter. And you can see all of these limbs. And the idea that I have for this is you can have the same exact damage as a fast biter does. However, each one of these are a fast biter. So it's almost like this one zombie, you're being attacked by 4. So, if you're fighting, you gotta think about the sounds that come with that zombie too. So when you're fighting a normal 1 fast biter, you hear a hit go. Well, here there's 4. So what you're gonna be hearing and feeling, taking damage, you're gonna be like, it's going to be 4 limbs, 8 limbs hitting you all at once. So it's going to be small damage, 4 damage per hit, as a normal fast biter would do, but only times 4 in a fast, rapid attack rate. That's my idea. And you can make 4 zombies, like a really cool sounding zombie, like 4 different zombies moaning, each having one having like a deep tone, one having like a screech, one having like a high pitched, and another one just being a normal sounding zombie. Just make it sound really cool. So that's the idea that I have for that one. This one, it kind of reminds me of The Witch. It's kind of this and this together, mashed together, reminds me of The Witch. But this one, it has that bubbly, this kind of looks like pus. It looks different than this one. This one looks like a hard rock, like basically he got fused with rock, like I don't know, like some kind of callousy substance. But this one, on the other hand, it looks like pus. So you can actually just make this a regular zombie, just like the toxic or the bloater, but you can put this in a different area, like the infected forest or something, and do the same attack, do the slam attack, something of that nature. Maybe make it do a little bit more damage and have a little bit less defense, because I know those toxic abominations, they have some pretty decent defense. Yeah, I mean, you'll be there for a minute with a melee weapon trying to kill them if you don't have a saw or a skull crusher. takes quite a while. So for this one, you can have them have. She looks like enraged, like she'll do a lot of damage, doesn't she? So I would think, you would make this zombie do a little bit more damage than a Ldoe or a Toxic Abomination, but less defense. You can kill it a lot quicker. This guy, I really have no ideas for him. Maybe he was caught in the fire, he's cooked a little bit, and he could be a super easy zombie where you just hit him once and he just explodes. This is just for a fun factor type of thing. Not all zombies have to be a tough fight or have some kind of mechanical purpose. There could be some zombies that are just for fun. You crack it one hit or a couple hits with a melee and it just explodes into this big cloud of black dust and just make it look cool. Not really too many ideas for that. This tongue thing, now this is awesome. This is a cross between this and another zombie that I didn't get to yet. But this guy, this is another zombie that you can actually have another red area to avoid. The tongue, it could be used in two different fashions. It can be used basically, how the big one charges at you and it's like a straight line, kind of like the spitter, but not in a fanned area. A spitter has a fanned area type of red zone. This one is just a straight zone with his tongue, and if you see the red zone, the straight red zone, he's gonna flick his tongue forward to hit you, so you move out the way. The second one is a radius red circle, where he will whip his tongue around in a circle like a helicopter. Therefore, you can do two things. You can either duck, like crouch, hit the crouch button to duck under this tongue attack, helicopter attack, or you can just move out of the radius. One of those two to avoid the red damage circle. And also you can see that there's holes here, kind of like this one up here. You can also have some other small type of bugs come out when you kill them. Either when you kill them or during the fights. Maybe when it comes to half health, half remaining health, you can have these bugs or insects or whatever, slugs, maggots come out of these holes. Oops. Okay. Next one. I already went over this one. This is kind of like, I have the same idea for this one as I do for this one. This one basically is like the wolf, kind of like the infected wolf, and as fast as that, but have this one, instead of the wolf coming straight at you and then stopping at you, this one is going to actually try to get away, kind of like how we use the bow, how we shoot the bow and then we run back from the target a little bit to shoot another arrow. This could be just like that. It could be a fast moving target that you cannot kill unless you have a gun. You can't kill these with a melee. They'll be, jolting and moving around the map. Really hard to catch, with a melee. Like, say you try to run at it, you might be able to get one hit on him or two hits, but eventually he's, quickly going to move back and whip you with his tongue, or lunge forward quickly at you, hit you, and then lunge back quickly as well to get away from you. So it's only going to give you like a split second to get a hit on it, and you can make it so if you have a gun equipped, you can take it out very easily. But if you don't have a gun, you can still kill it, but it's gonna take a little bit of effort. And since it's so high in dodge and evasion, you can make it have small health. So he'll die quick, but it's really hard to hit. Now you gotta admit, I'm making some really good points here. And this is coming from a gamer. I'm 31 years old, and I have been gaming my entire life. Ever since I was like 3 years old, I've been playing, what was that called? Duck Hunt or something, with that orange plastic gun. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing ever since a little kid, and just this stuff fascinates me, and this is what I wanted to do for college, but I ended up going into criminal justice instead. But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to create games. I wanted to create characters and create something from nothing, and really give the wow factor to the audience. Now these guys can be exactly like this guy up here, this top right guy. You can just kind of hit them and they'll, kind of fall apart into a big cloud of black dust. I don't know. This guy, okay, you can either have him, I don't know what you guys are planning for the bunker level 5, but you can tell that he fell on some type of radio antenna, and some kind of electrical charge is going through him. Now, I have a really good idea about this. This is another zombie that you cannot hit with close range weapons. You can only kill it with a gun because the electricity will hurt you. You can kill it with a melee or your fists, but it's going to take a lot of health away from you. You're going to have to heal pretty considerably, because it's... I wouldn't think the electricity does like one hit and then you lose damage, 2 hits and then you lose damage. It's going to be a constant, kind of like the electric fence in floor 3 of the bunker. It's kind of like or a gas, the gas room where you lose health like continuously at a fast pace at a small increment. This zombie could be that. Not only will he hit you with his hands, but the electricity will also do a small 1 or 2 damage to you every second, or every half a second, or every 4 damage for every 1 second. So that's something that I really would hope that's in the game. That would be pretty dang awesome. No red zones to avoid, danger indicator red zones. This is just gonna be a normal swinging zombie and stuff like that. Nothing like how the bloater in the Toxic Abomination has. Now this guy, he kind of looks like the big one, doesn't he? So I'm not gonna capitalize on that, and it's pretty self-explanatory. This guy, I honestly really didn't have any ideas except that it would just be a normal zombie and the reason why I say it looks like to make it as a normal zombie is because it looks cool enough to just be a normal zombie without these cool mechanics that I've been talking about. This has such a cool look to it. I don't know if that's a steak or what is that coming out of his chest. It looks... Wow, I don't know. That kind of looks like he might have been impaled by some kind of stray piece of metal or something. But, since he looks so cool, or, you can make him look like a normal zombie like this, but then his head opens up. Kind of like those zombie dogs in Resident Evil. His head will open up, as you see here, and maybe something sprays out, or teeth shoot off. You can see these teeth. Maybe they shoot off or something. I don't know. Wow, we already got the bloater. This guy, I would love to see this guy as a boss. Just like kind of like the blind one and the big one mixed. He can charge He does big damage with swings. Um, he's a hulking beast. Look, I mean, look at his muscles ripped up. Now, these type of hands, it kind of looks like he was, kind of looks like he was in the bath too long, and his skin's starting to peel off or something. I don't really have. You know what? I do have an idea. You can make his arm stretch out. You can make it like this tongue thing, a straight line type of red danger zone area, danger indicator zone, straight ahead to where he puts his hand forward and does the indicator, and you have to get out of the way before his hand stretches and extends, because you can see his it's almost like they're kind of like hinges. You know what I mean? Since the skin's not intact like his chest is, his chest won't be able to expand. But how his hands are, it looks like it kind of can extend. So he can put his arm up and shoot something straight ahead, and that you have to get out of the way. There's a guy that's split in half, which is kind of like this guy here. But I would love to see this guy as a boss. I would love to kill this guy. He doesn't look like a Last Day on Earth character, though. A Last Day on Earth zombie. He looks kind of like a Resident Evil boss. Which makes me think that this guy is probably never going to see the light of day in the game. But I would love to see this guy as a boss. You can make this, I still think that this is a witch, but if it's not, you can kind of make it as a fast moving, you can make this the lesser zombie of this. You can make this weaker damage, just as fast, but just how, like, you have the normal roaming zombies and then you have the fast biter, this is going to be the same. You can have the as they call it in Resident Evil, the licker, the stronger one, as, the fast biter, and then you can have this as the quote-unquote crowd zombie, or something, the lesser of the licker, and make this a little bit weaker. That's pretty much all the ideas I have. Make it fast, fast attacks, very evasive, less damage done to us, and less defense that it has as well. This last one, it kind of looks like this guy is about to have a bunch of spiders just crawl out of this big cocoon looking thing. So I don't know if you want to make this guy explode, or I don't know, make it radioactive waste inside of these things and make it explode, and it can actually, yeah, you know what, this is a good idea. It can explode, and the liquid contents of this can get on you, and it's kind of like the spitter acid, where it'll go on you, it'll stick, it'll make you smell, but it will also do damage over time, kind of like an acid, but after 10-15 seconds it will dissipate and no longer damage you. So in order to stay away from the liquids inside this and not get it on you, use a gun, use a ranged weapon instead of a melee, or get out of the way in time, kind of like the exploders in the bunker hard mode. So these are the ideas that I have for all these zombies, and I thought about this like a month ago when you posted this, but I just never got around to giving you guys these ideas. So, and if you do take my ideas to heart, and you do listen and make some of this stuff come to life, and please give me the credit. Let me know that that I gave good ideas, and you went through with some of them. It would really make me happy, because I did the same exact thing that I'm doing now, But with the skill system, I started sending you guys messages about the skill system, and basically exactly what you came out with is what I've been telling you guys for like a year now. And then finally a skill system came out exactly how I was explaining it to you guys. And like, I want to think that I made a difference and I made this help make this come to life, this skill system. But in the end, I'll just never know. I'll just really never know if this whole year of badgering you guys about a skill system actually worked. But if, guys, please, devs, if I do make an impact on your decision making on these zombies, please let me know. It would really make me happy to know that I made a difference. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. You can catch me live on Twitch. You can add me to Discord or Facebook to get a hold of me and talk to me. All the links are provided down in the description below and on the description of all of my videos. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. I will see you next time.